What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, blood. You understand? Episode 196 of Back Again with Troopz, blood. Obviously, Zar is still in the jungle, in a Jeep, with his hand out of the window, trying to secure Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi has still not been secured. So the co-host with the most is still missing. But, you know, man has to still run the thing, work have to run, the show still has to go on. So we have another special panel this week, blood. You get me? We got my fellow gooner, man like Dan Potts. We got Carefree Lewis, or should I say, full of stress Lewis. You get me? Because right now you're not carefree, blood. Mm-hmm. Your life is not stress-free. Your life is in the mud, blood. You get me? And then we have Henry Wright TV, you get me? And obviously his name is spelled W-R-I-G-H-T because he wants to be close to greatness, blood. You get me? And that's the closest his scumbag team will ever come to greatness, blood. You get me? Now, before we start, let me just drink a couple man's tears. You feel me?
This guy, mate.
Now we got that out the way, blood. Before we get into the doom and gloom of Chelsea Football Club, you get me? There was a couple Europa? What am I saying Europa, blood? Carabao Cup games that went down. The big shock, Southampton 2, Man City 0. Man City's B team was not strong enough. This fucking light, blood, it's pissing me off, fam. I swear down. Man City's B team was not strong enough to beat Southampton, but it was strong enough to beat Lewis's A team, blood. You get me? Like, Lewis, bro, you understand? How are Southampton doing this, blood, and then your team can't even score one goal, blood? Your team's holding 5 in 4 days, blood, from the same team, blood. Southampton's giving them 2.
Southampton. We didn't even beat Southampton, so anyone can get 3 points over here.
Who's your lot's pick for the Carabao Cup winner? Because obviously United went through 3-0. Newcastle went through 2-0. Forest beat Wolves on penalties.
I think United will play Newcastle in the final, and I think United will win it. And all these United fans are going to be like, oh, look, Ten Hag's already won a trophy. What have Tottenham won? So I'm not really prepared for that. But United surely have got to be favourites. Newcastle will be hard to beat. You know, they stunk the place out at the Emirates the other day, but United, I think they'll win it. Like they're playing the best football out of all the teams in there. They're in the best form. Rashford's doing his thing at the moment. He's scoring goals galore. I think they'll win it.
You think they're playing better football than Newcastle?
I'm going Newcastle.
Yeah, trust me, Potsy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Newcastle are dark horses in this. I think we're all underestimating them a little.
Nah, I look at Newcastle and be like, okay, through that team, who's the only one who's actually like won at the highest level, and that's Kieran Trippier. How many of those players have actually won trophies?
Yeah, I don't know if it's always about that, Henry.
But you look at the way the squad's playing, like, there's only like 3 or 4 household names in there, if you could even call it that. But they're playing like one of the best teams in the league. I think they could easily go and beat Southampton. I think they got them in 2 legs. And then Manchester United, a one-off game at Wembley, big stadium as well, big pitch that they are used to at St. James's Park. They could easily get a result. I think it could be one way or the other. Hopefully, I hope it's Southampton or I hope it's Forest, because if they do that, they take the final Conference League spot, and that means I don't have to worry about that crap next season if we finish 7th. But it's probably going to be one of United or Newcastle. So here's what it is.
Lewis, I remember we was in the Conference League, mate. We didn't even get out of the group. We got beaten by COVID. We were in there. I think we got a 3-0 defeat because we couldn't play against Rennes.
Yeah, we're in it. I forgot about that.
We were the first English team in it, and we didn't get out of the group. That's how muddy my club is.
You man lost to Maura Higgins from Love Island, man. Come on, what happened there? That was shocking.
That is mad.
Mate, I'm telling you, man, that was so funny watching you lot in that Conference League, man. Oh, we didn't.
I think we lost. Anyway. We played away to Vitesse, and I think we lost 1-0. And I was thinking, who the hell are Vitesse? Like,
and they're a Dutch team.
That's like a team you get.
A club from there.
Yeah, they're a Dutch team. They've got like a connection with Chelsea, haven't they? So who was the midfielder there? The English. Didn't an English player go there?
You sent Mount there a few
years
ago.
that was it.
I remember when
Yeah,
that's where
they're like-
Kakuta went there.
Maybe, I don't know. We sent like a
I
bunch of
remember
youth
that.
players
I
there
remember
every
that,
year.
brother. Kakuta.
Hey, Potsy, you remember him, blood? He was supposed to be the next fucking Ronaldinho, cuz.
Yeah, man. He was going to come and absolutely tear it up. I'm still waiting.
I lie. The only thing that happened was his contract got teared up, blood. You get me? But I had to start the pod on a happy note. You get me? Because now we go into doom and gloom. You get me? Not for me, not for Potsy. Even Henry, he kind of bust his case on this one, blood. You get me? First Premier League game has been played of the weekend. Obviously, it didn't play on the weekend because it was a Thursday. But West London derby. Chelsea went down the road to Fulham. Not a long journey. You get me? About 15-minute drive down the road. You get me? Couple turns off the Fulham Broadway. And you man got put in a fucking spliff, blood. So let's start with the good, yeah? Let's start with the good first, Lewis, yeah? João Felix has come in and he looks really good, blood. How do you feel about him? Pause.
I mean, it would have been great if he didn't get himself sent off and banned for 3 games. Now it's a little bit pointless because 20% of his Premier League games are gone. Just like that. And we're back to the same old crap in attack for the next 3 games. So, yeah, it was a good performance from him, but it's like, you're still an idiot for getting yourself sent off for a stupid challenge that we all knew was a red as soon as we saw the foul being made. Even us in the stands were like, yeah, he's off. He's off immediately.
Why is he diving in like that, though? Like, why? Like, you've played for Atletico. Like, they've got somewhat discipline in their team. Why go and dive in like that?
You know
like,
what I think?
You're trying to impress. You're trying to bag. Why go in and go, do you know what? Goodbye, shins. like what goes through your head to go, do you know what?
And the worst thing is, you wouldn't even see them challenges in La Liga as well, blood. So, where's he bringing that from? Portugal or something, blood?
No, my guy just wants a vacation. He's just come to London with his missus. Now he's got 30 days off to go sightseeing. It's as simple as that. Part of it is that bozo pass Koulibaly gave him. Literally smashed a 30-yard ball straight at him. But same way, why are you going that high up for a tackle that you know is going to be a red card? You're not going to get away with that. It's stupidness. In spite of that, though, it was a good performance from him. His performance to me just exposed how crap Mount and Havertz are even more because he managed to showcase technical ability on the ball, beat players, make chances consistently within 60 minutes. Meanwhile, those two have been struggling with it, and they continue to struggle with it in that game. Probably part of the reason why Felix got himself sent off. I'm tired of playing next to these two. 60 minutes, it's already long. Because you got Mason Mount who's overplaying passes, holding up the ball in stupid positions. This guy has the worst decision-making I've seen of any midfielder in the top 10. It's genuinely at that level. He constantly kills our attacks by making the wrong decision, time in and time out. And then there's Kai Havertz, like, needless link-up man who does absolutely nothing else with the ball himself. That guy is worse than Timo Werner ever was. And I feel bad that I was on Werner's case that much when he was the one hiding this fraud. Genuinely, like, he brings nothing to this football team week in and week out. And then you got idiots defending him just because he scored an open goal in Porto that my nan could have scored. It's the same old shit players letting us down week in and week out. And it's not Potter's fault. The only thing that will get at him for is that he constantly plays them. If I see Mount and Havertz in the same lineup on Sunday, I'm on to Potter whether we win or lose because he's clearly showing favourites. Those two don't deserve to be starting. They didn't deserve to be starting after the last game against City. Havertz didn't deserve to be starting over the last 4 or 5 games. Yeah, he continues to get into the lineup.
How much did Havertz cost? What was he, like 80 mil?
77.5 million British pounds they spent on this fake.
That's not a signing for the manager.
You're
that tells me right there.
He's the new German Ozil. Kai Havertz.
Next Ozil, next De Bruyne, next Kaka. The nerve, the absolute nerve.
He is Kaka, but in some languages, Kaka means shit. So he is Kaka.
You know what? Cool. We can run with a Kaka podcast. I'm defending this guy for shit. I will call him the same way you guys have. I've wanted this guy gone from my club for the last year. And
when's the last time, right?
Wanting to wish a good player into Kai Havertz just because he scored 2 good goals for us.
Don't you think Felix will bring out like
the last goal to win the Premier League for us?
Do you think
What was that?
Felix will bring out like a better side of Havertz, like having someone next to him who's creative? Obviously, normally he's got this dunce bummy mount next to him. Now he's got a man with a bit of flair. Obviously, he's not got him till February the 11th. That's down to his stupid ass blood. You understand? He'd rather take his missus shopping in Selfridges than actually kick ball. You understand? But each to their own. But don't you think that the Felix signing could bring or ignite something out of the likes of Havertz and bummy mount?
No, because everyone's been trying to say, like, bringing this guy in will do it. Bringing this guy in will do it. Bring in Lukaku, he'll get the best out of them. Bring in Oba, he'll get the best out of them. No, they just stink. I saw enough in the 60 minutes to say, cool, I don't want Havertz in anymore. João Felix is everything that people pretend Kai Havertz is. Because he has the link-up play, he has the smart decision-making, he has the ability to take players on and beat them successfully and create his own chances. Kai Havertz brings you none of that. All him and Felix did was just the same needless link-up play. Felix will link up to Kai, Kai will link up to Felix, but Havertz won't do anything. He won't do anything. He'll just
what does he actually bring to the table? Like, what does Kai Havertz actually excel at?
This is what I've been saying for so long, bro. He brings nothing. He doesn't create chances. He doesn't beat players consistently. He can't hold up play. He can't make any sort of incisive passing. He finishes like a 2-year-old. The only thing that he will bring you consistently is heading. He is the same as Alvaro Morata in 2018 when he was at Chelsea. They are the same thing. Wore the same shirt number. They're the exact same thing.
You know what it is to me, right? I look at Chelsea.
Worst signings in my club's history.
I look at Chelsea and I think, right,
man said, whoa. Whoa. Worst signing.
Worse than
worst
Kepa.
signing.
Worse than Kepa.
Top
Lewis.
3 worst.
Kepa has to be the worst.
Look at your goalkeeper, Kepa, blood. The last 2 games, he's cost you 6 points, blood.
Kepa's been more consistent this season than Havertz has. Those has been his only 2 mistakes this season. He's been really good for us until that point. So for Kepa, it's like, this is why I can't have 100% faith in you, because you're going to pull something like that. But I'll give you credit because he's done a madness for us this season. I did not expect him to be this good. Havertz, though, there is like no ray of light. There's nothing. It's just, maybe play him against a high line and he might do something. If it's Salzburg away, so an Austrian side, though, there's a massive golfing class. That's the only game where you'll see something from them. Other than that, it's nothing.
No, but Lewis, like I look at Chelsea and I think, right, besides, in the last 15 years, besides Diego Costa and Drogba, have you had any, like, world-class number 9s? Etu went there, was dog shit. Shevchenko was shit. Torres was average. Morata. Whenever you get a number 9, I'm not saying Havertz is the guy, but the performances just go through the floor. You've never, like, Costa's bit was the guy, wasn't he? He bullied defenders. And Drogba before that. But there ain't been anyone else.
Yeah, but Havertz is a guy who we shoehorn into any position and say, oh, that's his natural position. Oh, no, he's not a 10, he's a 9. No, he's not a 9. If that doesn't work, he's a 10. Oh, we should play him out wide. We should play him in the half spaces. Maybe we should try him as an 8. How about just bench him? He's shit. Stop trying to shoehorn him into every position known to man. He's just crap. If you have to put this guy into every single position imaginable, he can't hold down a position. Because he's not good enough for
So
any
what is
of them.
his actual position? Is it the 10?
Play.
Is it the left? Is it the right? Is it the false
It's
9?
the bench. It's the bench or it's a flight back to Germany. It's one or the other. The guy is a 10 that can't create. He is a 9 that can't finish. He is a winger that can't take on his man and has no skills to his game. He is useless. As a midfielder, he has no strength. He has no ability to take players on or have any incisive passing forwards. All he does is pass sideways and backwards. He is a waste of time. He's a waste of money. And the sooner we get rid of him, honestly, the better. Because I'm tired of all the excuses for him.
You know, like, and this is real talk, man. Like, Cooler Barley is Cooler Badly, bro. Like, honestly, this guy stinks.
He's cooler washed, blood. He's
right.
Cooler washed, fam.
Cooler washed.
Cooler rubbed. Cooler done out here. Cooler bum. I got beer names for that you the pots. I swear that, blood.
Chelsea fans were telling me he was going to be Rudiger's replacement and better. He couldn't lace Rudiger's boots. He looks more like a flipping. He looks more like the Giroud than fucking Rudiger.
Mate,
See, I've said Koulibaly needs time to adjust to the speed of the Premier League, but he's still pissing me off with his performances. Because there's just bozo moments left, right, and centre. Like,
I know
just
he scored
stupid.
last night,
The
but he
João
was
Felix
absolute
red
bozo.
card was partly because of his dumb pass to him.
Yes,
Like,
facts.
play it a
Facts.
little bit slower, and then he doesn't make that stupid first touch and lose the ball. And then there's positions where he's just getting beaten too easily. He's in the wrong position. He's not marshalling the back line. Some of the passing that I've seen from him, not even just the Fulham game, the Man City game in the Cup, he was just passing straight back to them. But that one's partly on Potter as well, because I've been saying Trevor Chalobah's been our most consistent centre-back this season.
Not
And he's been
yesterday,
benched
boy. He
for
was
Koulibaly
probably your
in the
worst
last
yesterday, blood. Like, the second goal especially, I don't know what, like, him and Kepa were coming out to, like, high five or something, blood. What was, like, what, like, Donny can't even jump, bro.
yeah,
The
man.
first goal, that was stupidness from him and Asby, because we all know, I have watched Willian for 7 years. What is Willian going to do when he's on the edge of the box on the left? Cut inside. We all knew it, but they didn't. Fucking Asby, who has played with him for 7 years, didn't know he was going to cut inside. And then Chalobah lets the ball go straight under his legs. The second one's all Kepa. Kepa goes out to punch it, decides, nah, I'm not going to do it, is in two different worlds, and it's an open goal for Vinicius. And by the way, they let that Wish Mbappe bag a goal against us. And he did this and everything. This is where we're at.
This is how shameless Vinicius was, right? We played some teams in Liverpool in the 8th division of English football.
I remember this.
He bagged.
Tapped in.
We was in someone's garden, right? They weren't even football stands. It was in someone's back garden. He bagged and then run up to the camera like he's Mbappe. You're not even Brazilian, bro. You're fucking from Peru. Like, don't attempt to do something like that. But like, I'm not gonna lie right now. I think Todd Bowley, like you're trying to do a new thing. The whole club's had a reshuffle, but you got to be look. These results can't continue. It's a results business. You might even get top 10 at the moment.
I mean, when you look at
nobody
Potter,
is
yeah,
this as well.
he's making. I mean, look, he made a
a
quadruple change yesterday, yeah, and not one striker was brought on. Abba's just sitting there. Abba's coming on at full time and spudding Leno. They're probably speaking in German to try and confuse the English media. English media is there trying to lip read. These man are there, yeah, ha ha, yeah, ha ha. Yeah, go to that my Lamborghini home, yeah, ha ha. What are you driving? I have the Range Rover, yeah. Bro, like, what's Potter doing with Abba, blood? Like, I'm hearing Atletico want him, then I'm hearing he can't go Atletico, he can only play for 2 teams in the same season, so he might go back to Barca if Memphis moves. Like, I honestly think now, yeah, that Abba was on a mission, blood. I'm not ripping him no more. Like, we're still cool. Like, me and Abba are mad cool, bro. Like, you understand? Like, but I'm not bantering him no more. I'm not bantering him no more because I have finally realized 6 months into his Chelsea deal, he don't give a fuck, blood.
I don't blame him, because he's not being given game time and he's watching Havertz and Mount play in front of him, and they're crap. It's the same energy as like a Sterling and a Ziyech. I say, why would they be motivated when they get barely any game time over players that are worse than them?
Why is Potter giving Shy Havertz game time when we can all see he's dead food?
He's washed, bro.
I don't know, and this is where I'm on to Potter, because the lineups don't make sense. The subs don't make sense. Why are you bringing Mount off and then putting Gallagher on? The same thing with less football IQ and more road running. What's the difference in that? Lewis Hall coming off and then you bring on Cucurella. You're not changing anything. It's the same setup. It's just the personnel is being changed. Nothing is changing.
Yeah, it's like for like.
So that's where...
That Gallagher as well. That Gallagher is a glorified Harry Winks. He stinks of a yellow card. He's only got to breathe and he gives a foul away. Like,
Bro,
what is
that guy just runs around and just aimlessly...
If I'm Gallagher, like, if I'm Chelsea, I'm selling him back to Palace. Because that's his level.
Anyone for 30 million, they can have it.
On.
That guy is Mason Mount, but blonde. It's the same thing, and less of the football IQ.
No, he ain't the golden boy. Mason Mount could do that wrong in this country.
How have you spent like close to 350 to 400 million in 6 months, and you're worse?
Yeah, you're worse,
How
blood.
does that work, man?
Like,
how does that?
You're worse than us, and we got
these man went in the bro. It's like these man went in the strip club, yeah, and then you had like the bad bees, you had like the buff things, and then these man went and picked the gal with one leg.
They went for the local skanks, not the highest score escort. They went for the local
picked out, like, I swear down, like they wheeled her out and we'll have that one. We'll take that one.
Some bird from Wigan.
Do you understand? Like, seriously, bro. Like, you man, it's like Borat, blood. Remember the flipping thing that Borat was mashing down, that dead black thing. It's not even. It's like that, bro. Like, you man have gone in the strip club and put the deadest thing in this. You've gone in there and blew racks on hella dead things, bro. You understand? It's like you went to Matt D's, yeah, and bought up the whole shop, blood. When you could have just gone Gauchos, had a nice steak, had some nice mac and cheese, some fluffy potatoes. You man are there eating stale cheeseburgers, warm ice cream, yeah, like
Happy
water.
Meals.
Like, seriously, bro, like, how have you gone backwards after blowing the bag?
That's Tuchel's fault, because Tuchel went and spent all that money, but then thought, you know what, we don't need a midfielder. Even though, like, everyone
When the last time you signed a midfielder? 2018?
Zakaria, you got Zakaria. I didn't look right, you know.
Kovacic was our last midfielder.
He's on loan.
Oh, Zakaria
Yeah,
on loan,
we got him on loan in 2018, got him on a permanent the year after, and that's it for first-team midfielders. You can say the likes of Chukwuemeka, Andre Santos, but they're investment signings. They're not signings that are going to have an instant impact on the squad. And we all knew we needed a midfielder. Jorginho's declining, Kante's injury-prone, Kovacic is injury-prone, Loftus-Cheek is injury-prone, but Tuchel's idea was let's pretend Conor Gallagher's N'Golo Kante because he can run around a lot for 90 minutes. Even though he's got like none of the footballing IQ, none of the ability to beat players consistently or win the ball back. But no, let's just use Conor Gallagher as a saving grace to all of our problems. That's part of the reason why we are where we are. That and like 5 to 6 windows of consistent poor investment. Now we just have a squad that in general stinks. The attack's terrible. Our 10s don't create anything. Our defense is leaky. We let 2 of our 3 best centre-backs leave on a free. And I don't rate any of our goalkeepers. This squad wasn't making top 4, top 6 in general if we had kept Tuchel, if we had kept Abramovich. That's why I say it's not a Bowley thing, it's not a Potter thing. This team was destined to fail in general. I didn't think we were making top 4 before the season started. I didn't think it would be this bad, but I didn't think it would be a good season for us either. I thought you lot would overtake us. I thought Spurs would overtake us because you guys should have done it last season. We were trying to hand you 3rd place on a silver plate and then you guys bottled top 4 in the last few games. Spurs.
Well, we didn't bottle top 4.
Now you're talking about Arsenal.
No. You guys.
Oh, right. I was going to say, to be fair, we're going to get spanked by Milan anyway. So I don't
No,
fucking matter.
Spurs is as well. You guys are in this too because you had that 3-month period under Nuno where you lot were doing nothing, but you still finished the point. But you still finished the point behind us. So who's falling for that? I'm not. That wasn't a good end to the season. We played like crap. That we only finished 3rd because you guys didn't do your jobs in certain periods of the season. That's not something I can look at and think, cool, we can go next season and we can build to another level. No, it's we need serious investment or we're going further backwards because we should have done last season.
Before we move on, yeah, where did Chelsea finish this season? Do you man make it even to Europe, blood? Or do you just stay in that 10th, 9th position?
I would rather we did that. I don't want Europa League football. I don't want Conference League football. Both are so painful to watch for like half of the season at least. I'm good. Just get 40 points, guarantee survival. We're 15 points away from that and I'm fine. That's all I need. I'm being serious, by the way. I don't know where those 15 points come from, but go get it. Because that's all
Who
I
have
need.
you got next?
Palace. We're going to lose that one too.
Is that away?
Nah, it's at home, but that don't make a difference.
Oh, Zaha would be turning up, mate.
Yeah, Palace love a game at the Bridge. Then we got Liverpool away, the worst Liverpool side in a decade.
Yeah,
we go lose
Palace
to
are
them
moving dumb right now, blood.
Yeah.
Even we put 4 past
They
them.
ain't moving as dumb as we are. I'm sure of that.
Nah, even Tottenham put
Bad
4
times,
past them,
man.
blood. Like.
Bad times for Chelsea.
God, if we can put 4 past with Harry Kane and 10 planks of wood, then surely you'll be able to do something.
No, because you got Harry Kane. He's a competent goal
That's
scorer.
it, bro. That is it. Harry Kane is papering
That's
over
more than
every
what
single
we have,
crack
bro.
at this football club.
That's more than what we
Lewis,
have.
we've got the worst defence. We've got the 14th worst defence in the Premier League. There's only 6
And we've got
defences
the
worse.
worst attack.
Like our defence.
And we've got the
How
worst
is letting
midfield.
Eric Dyer and Ben Davies give them new contracts? Like, they couldn't even get in a Pochettino team 5 years ago. They're still fucking here.
They're
still here.
I don't know about that one still.
Man, I'm loving this, bruv. This
You're
is
right,
like,
yeah?
I'm so
Just
glad
chilling,
I'm
man.
on
You know what I'm
with
saying?
these two, do you know what I mean?
Like, Lewis,
I'm
we know Chelsea in the mud right now.
As clear as
They're in the mud right now.
Sometimes
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hi ho,
Chelsea
hi
will be
ho.
back.
It's up the
We all
table
know.
we go.
Yeah, we'll be back. I ain't worried about that, but this season's a write-off. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, but you'll be back. You just got to get rid of your dead
away
food.
from a relegation fight. It is what it is. I told you, 15 points. That's all
Look,
I
they're
need.
still
15
going.
points and the season's done. 15 points, bruv.
I've never seen
God
Lewis
knows where
like
we
this,
get
man.
that from.
I've never
He's
seen
on
Lewis
the
like this.
ropes, blood.
I'm fuming, bro. I knew we would throw the West London derby away, but it's like, can you lot show some pride? Fulham away, you want to have some sort of dignity, some integrity about yourself. No, we're going to let Willian, at 34 years of age, run rings around us. A guy I've cussed out for about 5 years of watching Chelsea. That guy, when we had standards, was shit. Now he'd walk into our team.
You're acting like
I
Buster
remember when he
Douglas,
went
mate.
to
When he's hanging on
Arsenal,
the
I
rope.
was laughing. I was celebrating. I was like, cool. He's going to Arsenal. They'll realise exactly how much of a bum he is. He's come back to haunt me 3 years later.
He went to the Caribbeans and then come back and still bagged against you.
Yeah, but I went back to Brazil, went saw his family and everything, came back and got revenge.
You forgot he put on like 10 stone, blood. Lost it, came back as well, blood.
He's been running around, mate.
He violated the shit out of you, man.
Bro.
But Potsy, speaking of pride,
Yes, bro.
the pride of London, blood, goes down to the shithole this Sunday. You understand? Yeah, blood. You see, that side of the podcast is just mad quiet, mad scared, just in the mud. They're just there. And we here, we're loving life. We're living good. We're eating good. You understand? We got the right pH level on our water. You get me? You know the vibe. But, Potsy, how you feeling going down to the shithole, blood?
Listen, it's always nerves, mate. It's always nerves. I can't lie to you. But what I will say is that all this form goes out the window, stuff that people like to talk about. I'd like to think that this is the most confident Gooners have felt in a long time. If you look at the momentum, it's completely chalk and cheese. If you look at the way Tottenham have been in the last, 6 weeks and what Arsenal have been doing in the last 6 weeks, you can't sit there and say that an Arsenal fan is going to be thinking, I just don't see how we beat this team. Because this is a team that, let's get this right, has definitely got some tools that can affect us. We all know that Harry Kane will probably score and be the all-time scorer and go mental. Like
He already is the all-time scorer.
You know what I mean? Joint with Greavesy, though, isn't it? So he beats Greavesy,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh, right, I thought you meant like North London derbies.
no. So
you can. That's
he's
another
probably gonna do
trophy.
it, right? You can have that as a trophy if he wants it, right? Because he ain't going to win nothing else at this club. I'll tell you that now. So he can take that one, right? So that is going to be a problem. Kulusevski, if he's fit, is going to be an issue because he's a good player. I actually really rate him. Right? I think
Will he be an issue
Zinchenko
because
needs
he's
to be
been
good.
injured? He has to come back and hit that ground running. The way our defense has been stable, solid, I'm not really worried about fuck all, blood. If he was up to speed like last season, I would worry.
Yeah, if he's fit, there's a difference between being fit and match fit. There's no way he's match fit. We'll probably go either the 3-5-2 and put Son and Kane up front, and then have a 3 in the midfield. It'll have to be Højbjerg, Bentancur, and this new Yaya Toure Sarr that everyone's raving about. I think people need to fucking chill out.
He looks all right, though. Fair play to him.
Bentancur ain't right, though, is he?
Yeah, he looks all right, Troopz, but our fans are going, because we're starved for success, right? Because we're like a lion chasing around a gazelle that we've never fucking catched because we ain't won a trophy in so long.
Nah,
As
you're
soon
not a
as we
lion.
get
You're hyenas.
We're a pack of wolves, mate. All our fan base is chasing that trophy that we can't get. Like we're just
Wolves are
around,
serious,
we're on a
blood.
constant roundabout.
Nah, wolves are serious. You man are hyenas. You just look at them, man, and just say, "Oh, you man are just bums of the. You man are bums of the safari, blood." You understand? You man get the leftovers. You man get the zebras, batty, and them thing. Pause. You understand? You don't get like the gazelle or you're getting some you understand? Some half-eaten giraffe
Or the zebra.
You get me?
You know
The
what?
thing is,
I think
if we go to
going into-
3-5-2 and Kulu is fit, he ain't starting. No way.
So he doesn't
gonna
start.
No, he'll be benched, and it will be. This is the way the game's going to go, right? You lot, I think this is the most confidence you've had going into our place. You ain't beaten us since 2013 when Rosicky put it top left like a postage stamp. Since then,
20,
we had a couple of
2015,
draws.
2015 in League Cup, but last time in the league was
So like, let's be real. You're in a league where you are for a reason, right? You've been the best team to watch. Pains me to say you have, and you're the best team in the league. You should be coming and doing your thing and getting 3 points. The only saving grace we have, and is the fact that, in my opinion, you struggle to break down the low block. So like Newcastle, you should have put them to bed. Teams that frustrate you. If we come out and try to play against you, there's no point. We'll lose 3-4-0. But if we frustrate you, and then on that counter, Kane drops deep, and either Son or Brian Hill, Messi, this kid that everyone's raving about, makes a run, we might do something. But you've got every right to be confident going in. Like, Odegaard's just one player of the month. I mean, at the moment, he could find space in a single bed with Gemma Collins in it. He's been that good this season. Like, he's doing a madness, right? Like, he can nutmeg a mermaid. He's doing his thing at the moment. Meanwhile, we ain't even got a midfield, bro. We've got no Basuma. We've got no Benson Core.
So Bentancur's out as well. He's definitely out.
Yeah, he's not back until Benson Core and Richarlison are not back to the end of the month. And bearing in mind, after we play you lot, we then got to go to the Etihad.
Top.
So it could be.
Bentancur and Basuma out, did you say? Or is Basuma?
Yeah, so Basuma didn't start against Portsmouth for fitness. He's not 100% fully fit. And Bentancur's got a hamstring injury.
Then? Skip.
It will be, well,
Højbjerg.
if Conte...
Højbjerg and what's his name? The kid from last year.
Skip.
What's name? Skip.
If we...
Bro, we're going to kill them, Pots.
If we play this guy,
we're going to kill them, bro.
Mate,
it's going to be... Hey, bro. Hey, make sure everyone tunes into the live stream, yeah? Make sure you watch my watch along, because it's going to be Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote. Trust me, blood. Ball and my ball. Oh, my God. Man said Højbjerg and Oliver fucking Twist against Partey and Granit fucking Xhaka. Are you taking the piss? Bro, Oliver Skip's going to see Xhaka and be like, sir, can I have some more, please? Do you understand? He's never seen this type of man in his life. Pause. Like, bro, do you man even want to play the game? Like, do you even want to... Real talk, do you even want to play the game? Like, is there any point?
Yeah, of course. Like, if you can't get yourself hyped for a North London derby, then you shouldn't be playing for either of these clubs. And we've got... This is where Conte, for me, earns his money, right? Because we're down in the dumps. We've just broken a British record for profit. Yet apparently we've got no money. The club's earning millions and millions of pounds. Yet we've got no transfer budget. If we can't... Like Pot said, there's tools there that can hurt you lot, right? Kane, Son usually plays quite well in the North London derbies, even though this season he's been more like Yi Peng Lee, the left back we used to have.
Yeah, I remember
If
Lee.
we can't get something... Remember
That was
Lee
my
was
girl's
dead
favourite
food,
player,
bro.
blood. She used to love him, blood.
So flipping... Heung-min Son looks more like Damari Gray this season than Heung-min Son. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got nothing. He only scored in one game all season. So... This is where Conte for me has got to go, right, I'm on 300 grand a week. I'm paid 18 million a year. We're going to win this game by shutting down shop, even if we get 20% possession or 30% possession, but we counter. Last season, we beat City. We took points off Liverpool. We beat you lot because we countered. This season, there's no philosophy. There's no style of play. There's no identity. You look at Arsenal. It's high press. It's one-touch pass and movement. Swarm their side of the pitch. With us... We've averaged 39% possession.
As my brother X says.
That's what I'm saying.
Fossil foot terrorist, blood. Hella Bin Laden, fucking Saddam, fucking
Gaddafi, or whatever his name was.
Putin, fucking beer. Hitler got fucking dig up. Like, there's just a whole heap of terrorists on your ting, blood. Like.
But you say that, but the way the fans see it, we're fifth in the league. We're still in the Champions League. We're still in the FA Cup. So from the outside in,
mate. Levy and Nini.
Levy out every single day of the week. Let's just get that right. That fucking... Who's the guy on AFTV who looks like him? Who's the guy on there? What's
Julian.
his name? Yeah, Julian's brother, mate. Get him out of that club.
Julian's brother.
It's like a Grant and fucking Phil
Julian's
from
catching strays, blood.
Mate, I'm seeing him at the weekend. I'm going to speak to him and say, you know what? I told you look like...
It's like... I told you...
Call him DL from now on, blood.
It's Grant and Phil from Wish.com. But Potts, what do you think? What do you think if we did beat you and Man City beat United? The gap goes down to what, 2 or 3
Two.
points.
Two.
What does that do psychologically to you lot?
It's not
If you can't beat us right now,
it's losing to you, mate. It's losing to you. That would be a kick in the nuts. Don't really matter what City do elsewhere. It's about what we do, right? If we lose to them, it is going to affect us moving on. You're going to lose that momentum. You guys are going to celebrate your World Cup final. You're going to go around with your trophy. We beat Arsenal again. Do you know what I mean? It's going to affect us, mate. Honestly, it will. And it could crack it. So we can't do that, man. We have to go there. If we can't beat you, don't lose. That's what I'm saying. Don't lose, because that's what we should have done last season. Yeah, I know it was difficult because of the red card and all that. We went gung-ho, 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 and unfortunately got ourselves in a complete and utter mess. And I think what Newcastle did, I think Conte will look at thinking, should I try and do this? And I'm just hoping that we can have enough. Because if we play like we have been, I'm confident that we'll take 3 points, because our midfield trio at the moment is ridiculous. And this is coming from me, by the way, who didn't rate Granit Xhaka for 6 years? He's been exceptional this year, mate. Yeah, Troopz as well.
I was the head of the Xhaka Out Society. I was the leader of that gang. That was me.
I remember it, bruv. I remember it very clearly. You know, me, you, Turkish, and a few of the others, we were like, what is this guy? This guy's been exceptional. Thomas Partey, for me, has been the best DM. Everyone talks about Casemiro and Rodri. Partey's been brilliant for me this season. And Martin Ødegaard, listen, I said to him, I like this player, but I need to see goals. I need to see assists. And what has he done this season? Both of them. He's been ridiculous.
I told you about him, Potsy, when we were talking about him last season.
Yeah, man. You loved him. I was like, I'm going to see more goals. And now...
Ødegaard's a bad boy, blood. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's a baller, man. He's a baller. And our front three, you know, big up Eddie, by the way. He deserves some flowers. A lot of people were getting on his case.
Yeah.
Some that as well.
Your defense is in trouble. He can't tell you no. Your defense is in trouble.
When I see Eddie, that's the only song I think about.
He even quoted it, blood. Did you see it?
Yeah, man.
Hey, he's a bad man for that. I rate that.
I love him, man.
He's probably like, I'm the new Obama blood clot, yeah. Your defense is in trouble. He can't tell you no. Hey, fuck off. Run the rhythm, blood. You get me?
Mate, listen, if we turn up, I think we'll be just fine. And Spurs, Spurs are going to go into this thinking, right, form goes out the window. Let's just do our thing. We know Harry Kane and Son turn up for these games. We know it's good omen from last season, but so they're not going to go in there thinking we're going to get battered, I don't think. But we have the ability, and if we turn up, I fancy 3 points, Troopz. I can't lie, bro.
I mean, I'm with you, bro. You get me? I mean, last season, Partey didn't play. Martinelli didn't play. Saliba didn't play. You understand? There was a lot missing. We went into that game with the midfield that they're going to have this season, the equivalent of El Neni and Xhaka. You get me? And we got killed. You understand? This season, I even think that the Newcastle game could benefit us, because I think Arteta will use that in the training sessions as well and know that, this fucking terrorist Conte, he's the head of the terrorists, bro. He sits at the head of the table, blood. And then the other ones just look at him for inspiration, blood. So Eddie Howe's one of his little fucking mercenaries there, like, okay, yeah.
One of his disciples.
Real talk, blood. Head of the disciples, bro. You get me? So I think that Newcastle game could benefit us, blood. You get me? And I think if we score early, they're fucked.
Yeah, agreed.
They're fucked. I think if we get a goal in the first 20 minutes, they will. That stadium you'll hear a pin drop in there. Because if we go one up, the press is gonna intensify. The speed of the play is gonna intensify. Zinchenko's gonna be flying down there. Martinelli's gonna be moving like a bro. I can see it already, bro. If we score first 20,
the other way. It could get toxic.
Yeah. I'd love it, bro. You get me? Man are fighting in the stands. Inbreds against inbreds. Brothers fighting sisters. Yeah, fuck it. Let's have it, blood. You understand?
Inbred.
Just make sure someone's filming. Make sure someone's filming from the away end, blood. I need that footage, blood. Yeah, I need that footage. Yeah, but you get me? I do believe that we will get the win, bro. I don't think we're drawing, blood. I think we're getting the win. I think last year, especially people that played in that game, the likes of Xhaka, Saka, who played in that 3-0 beatdown, I think they will remember that, blood. You get me? And you understand? I think they've got a point to prove, blood. And I think that point will be proven, blood. We should have proved it at United away. We got robbed with the Ødegaard incident leading up to the Martinelli goal. I think this is where the statement, like everyone's saying, Arsenal haven't beaten Liverpool. We beat Liverpool. Arsenal haven't beaten Chelsea. Like when it matters away from home, we beat them away from home when it matters. I think if we beat Tottenham, this is when every media brown envelope little fucking prick starts fucking putting us as...
You sound like Mr. Minerals now, Troopz.
Aye, that's my guy, bro. What do you mean, blood? Let's have it right, yeah? Let's have it fucking right. You get me? But yeah, I think if we beat them, that's the statement that everyone, all the media and all the opposing fans have been looking for. I'm going 2-1.
2-1. I think you'll come out of the traps firing, and I think the first half we'll just try and stink it out. When second half FC kicks in, because that's all we do all season, we might be a different team, but I'm going 1-1 draw. I'm going Harry Kane penalty and a Saka goal. I think it's going to be disgustingly stinky. Like, you know when Eric Bischoff used to get fired by Vince McMahon? Like, he's bowling down to the ring. That's going to be us. We're going to be bowling down to the stadium for a draw. That's where it's going to be.
Listen, man, I'm going.
I want to try speak.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal, man. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll do it. I think we will. I think we've got enough quality, and I think that it will. Listen, Harry Kane can have his goal and go excited and get all really happy about his last season at Tottenham being the before he goes United or whatever the hell he's going to go. Like, let him have that, and then I think we'll do it.
He's going United, 100%.
Yeah, I think he probably will. But listen, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I think we've got enough quality, man.
Lou?
I really want to speak a Tottenham win into existence. I just can't see it. I can't see it. Because the way you lot have been this season and the way Arsenal have been this season, I can't see them scoring first. Maybe they'll get a late equaliser. I could maybe see a 1-1 draw, but I'm going to say 1-0 Arsenal.
Do you know what will be a Tottenham thing? We'll get spanked by Arsenal and then go and beat Man City.
Yeah. That could happen,
You what?
Don't even speak that into existence, I beg.
Do you know what, though?
That's something we'll do. And then what we'll do is
right?
we'll lose to Fulham afterwards.
Yeah, because you like playing at the Etihad too. You swear you got a good record there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we beat them there. We did the double over on them last year, didn't we? Somehow.
If you beat... You know what'll happen, though? If you beat us, you'll just go to the Etihad and roll over. I know it. I just know this Tottenham side, man. It'll be one or the other. That's what it will be. You'll beat us. If you beat us...
Yeah, you man are up and down like a yo-yo. You man got bipolar.
You go to the Etihad and just roll over. I can see it now.
Another derby that's going down this weekend is the Manchester derby. Now, me and Potts will have all eyes on that derby on Saturday morning because what do we want? A draw, I lie? Because I want to keep United far and I want to keep City far. But I don't want United to get the win and get momentum from beating a City where they could build on what they've been doing. Because if we're being real, United have been playing really well since
that's fair.
The World Cup.
That's fair, man. That's fair. And you know what? I think a draw could be possible. It's at Old Trafford and Man City. Something ain't right there, Troopz. Do you know what I'm saying? Something is not quite right there this season for me. I don't know what it is. I think the Haaland situation kind of.
I was going to say, is it Haaland? Because we've been talking and saying that we think that Haaland has. It's weird to say this, but he's kind of hindered them. He's helped them and he's made them a different animal, a different kind of beast. But when they had the false nine in Gabby Bloodclot Jesus, the fluidity in the front three, the fluidity in the attack, the fluidity in their play was a lot more like they're still great, they're still dangerous, they're still a threat. But is it the Haaland? Because he's there now, you automatically, De Bruyne is just straight like, all right, boom. There's no like tiki-taka, like how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's facts. What you're saying is facts. And it's a hard one, isn't it? Because what the Man City want, do they want the Haaland and the goals? What they really want is the play they had before plus the Haaland goals. I don't think they've got both. And I think that has definitely been a reason as to why some teams have been able to get stuff off of them. But at the same time, their defence can be got at, mate. And, it's the first time I've looked at Pep Guardiola this season and gone, what are you doing in certain games? Like even the other night, like Kyle Walker in the back four as a centre half, like what's all that about? I thought it was a little bit of arrogance from him against Southampton. So, he's done some weird things. I think his back four, we all know the best back four is Walker, Diaz, Laporte and Cancelo. When that isn't
just put Cancelo on the market, isn't
it'd be interesting. Apparently Cancelo is now up for sale.
Cancelo's on the market?
I heard this as well last night. Cancelo is
on the market. Let's go get him. All right, we need that, bruv.
Yo, no. Nah,
You lot are fine. You're top of the table, bro.
Nah, fuck that.
You
I'm
don't
trying to
need
stay
anything.
top, bro.
We're struggling. We're in the trenches, bro.
Zinni, Jesus, yo, somehow get back in the group chat. Blood, we got 2 of them. You got 1, you pussy. And I got the fucking coach.
That's the best winger of all
and I got the coach.
bro.
Yeah,
That one
and
is
I got
bigger
their
than all
coach,
3
blood.
of them.
Yeah, I got their coach as well, blood. Yeah, I got 3 ways to get there, blood. It's a threesome. Pause. You understand? You're getting there one way, blood. You're on a one-way road, bro. I could go up, down, reverse, spin it. You're just
one
there.
way is a better shortcut than all 3 of those ways. I'll tell you that.
Fuck that, blood. We need to get all over that. I'm being real. Cancelo on the market. Fuck off.
Mad, isn't it? It's mad because I thought he was like one of his faves. Do you know what I mean? Pep's faves, but listen, they're still going to be up there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like, oh, Man City of dropping off here. I can't see how they're going to win the league. They've got unbelievable side. They'll probably go and beat Man United. But I do think that a draw would be great for Arsenal. And I think it could be a realistic result. Because Man United, to be fair to him, under Ten Hag has come in and actually deserves his flowers, to be fair to him, because he hasn't needed 5 or 6 months to see who he wants kind of stuff. He's actually got some results out of some of those players that he, in my opinion, has made better. He's got Rashford's form back in track. That needs to be looked at. He's looked at some of the other players as well and added the quality that, let's be honest, in comparison to Chelsea, none of those Chelsea signings are Potters, mate. They're not. It's that Todd Bowley's, yeah? At least with Ten Hag, he's gone, do you know what? I'd like X, Y, and Z, please. And they'll go with it. Apart from Anthony, who looks like a bit of a waste of money, the others have pretty much been there or thereabouts. Without Weghorst, looks like he's coming in. I actually think that's an all right signing. You know, everyone's going to laugh at it. I think he'll do some damage. I think he's that sort of player. But for me, Ten Hag deserves his flowers. And let's see what Man United can do. I'm with you, Troopz. I think a draw will be good because Man United, I don't want the momentum because people are talking at the moment, aren't they? Oh, Man United in the title race. Could they do it? Could they do X, Y, Z? Listen, if they go and beat City, everyone's going to be talking even more so about them. So, yeah, draw for me, man, 100.
Lou?
For me, I still see Man City winning this. Like, I get they don't look like the same Man City from past years, and that's a completely fair judgment to make. Even from when I watched them at the Bridge last week, that didn't look like the same Man City team. But it is a derby.
Said that we look better than, because you played both of us, and you said that we look more dangerous. And
yeah, you lot look way more dangerous against us than City did. City looked a little bit timid, but that was also Pep tinkering too much. As soon as he brought on Grealish, as soon as he brought on Mahrez, looked exactly like the same City of old. As long as Pep don't do any stupidness, which we all know he's capable of, I still accept Man City to get the 3 points. Maybe it's not going to be as easy as it has been the last couple of times they faced United, because let's be real, they've wiped the floor with them. But I still expect City to get the 3 points. I'll probably go 2-1 City.
Hen?
I'm going to go... I think United will cause an upset. I think, whenever things don't go to plan for Pep, for me, like, he's not a massive man. Like, he changes things like that, but when they don't go to plan, the only way he gets out of it is he buys players, right? And for some reason, they're putting Cancelo on the market because Rico Lewis is doing a madness. I think, when I look at his press conferences, I don't think there's 100% happiness going through that City squad. You know, they got turned over by Brentford. They lost to Southampton. They lost to Liverpool, right? Yeah, fair enough. They beat Chelsea, not being horrible, Lewis, but they beat you lot twice in the last month. But you're in turmoil. I think United will win that, and I think United this season at home, they've beaten Tottenham, they've beaten Liverpool. They're the only team to beat Arsenal.
Yeah,
I
think United will beat them, and then people will be talking about, right, if Ten Hag gets 1 or 2 more players, maybe they go and bid for Harry Kane this window. We don't know. Or we're talking about United in the title race. But if City win it, you know, we're not surprised, are we? But I've just got a feeling Ten Hag at the moment, he's got everyone firing all cylinders. They've got 2 World Cup winners at centre back. You know, they've got arguably, I know Potts will disagree, but Casemiro as a DM, the guy's different. Like Rans is raving about him. He's different class. And then, you know,
I agree. I think he is. I think he's different class. I just say I thought Partey was better, but Casemiro's been wicked.
I don't know. I think Partey's still got a little bit to do in an Arsenal shirt before we start saying he's better than Casemiro. Like,
No. I said this season, not in general. This season, I think he's been better.
This season.
It's debatable.
I still argue Casemiro.
You could say either or, really. Both have been so good this season and so consistent. I think if you say one over the other, it's a fair argument to make.
Let's be real, you're taking either of them right now, aren't you? You don't matter who you take both of them walk into both of our midfields. Let's be real with this. Like,
I take them both in the same midfield.
I like
Oliver Skip, no?
man like Jorginho and them man there.
Jorginho,
Oliver Skip,
Kante, the
innit,
corpse of Kante.
Henry. Oliver Skip has to have a mention, Henry. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Well,
man
according
like
to
Oliver.
our fan base, bro, he's a generational talent. Like, he can't kick a ball, bro.
Oh,
Like, he
can
can't,
we
you
ban
know-
the word generational, please? I hate it
Yeah,
so
man.
Yeah,
much. at this
listen, but that's
point.
what the modern day fans are like on Twitter. You know this, Lewis. Like, as soon as you get a
Skip's
little glimpse of a player,
generational, Havertz generational, Mount Get out of here, man. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it, man.
Lewis, I have to ask you now, innit? Like Chelsea taking on Crystal Palace. You're probably playing Palace at the best possible time because normally Palace away from home, they're a very dangerous side. They actually have a good record at Stamford Bridge as well. But maybe this is the perfect time to catch them because they are just even maybe more all over the place than your mob.
Yeah, I'll go the other way around. This is the perfect game for Crystal Palace to get some confidence-building performances. Have a nice little 3 points and, they might build on it for the next few games. I have zero confidence going into this game. This team couldn't inspire fucking water to be wet, let alone get a consistent 3 points in game. So Crystal Palace v Chelsea, I'm going to go for a cheeky 2-1 Palace. Wilfred Zaha double, and it's just going to get even more toxic at Stamford Bridge. There is zero
Lewis
optimism
ain't
to
even
take from this
bantering
game.
either. This is the thing.
Lewis is
my only hope.
last season. You're me last year, bro. I
Yeah,
feel
man.
your pain. I see it.
We lose every week, bro. Like, my only hope for us got sent off, and my other only hope is injured. So it's whatever. We're losing. I don't care. This game won't be it, but still 15 points. That's the target. But we won't get it in this game. We're going to lose.
I'm going for a Chelsea win. I think they bounce back. They're at home. Obviously, no Felix, but yeah, man, I think you'll bounce back. I think it'll be a tight game. I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea. Potts?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I think they'll win this one at home. I think they have to, man. They have to. Like this sooner or later, this has to start to get a little bit better. Palace, they can't do much at the moment. I know Chelsea are struggling, but for me, it's a good time to play them. You're at Stamford Bridge. I'm going 2-1 Chelsea, man.
Henry?
I'm going to go 1-1. I think if Chelsea lose, I think there's got to be real questions about Potter. Like, I know it's not what people want. They want to give him time, but it's a results business. Chelsea have been they were ruthless under. If you only had to look at Abramovich, like Di Matteo did, and he was out the door. I think Todd Bodie might be a little bit more relaxed, but if you lose to Fulham and then Palace in back-to-back games, like, bro, and let's be real, Fulham didn't even have Mitrovic up front. They had they had your guy Carlos Vinicius. So if they lose to Palace, it's curtains. But I'm going 1-1.
We're just going to
More
breeze
optimistic
through.
than me. Fairs.
Yeah, he is.
Fairs.
We're just going to breeze through the rest of the fixtures, lads. Just want your quick predictions on them. Villa taking on Leeds at Villa Park. I'm going to go for an Emery win.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. I think Villa are going to beat Leeds at Villa Park. I think Emery's going to do some bits there. I already do. So I'm going to go. I'll go 2-0. I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it, Villa.
Hen?
Leeds stink, don't they? They're like they drew West Ham. I'm gonna go 3-0 Villa.
Lou?
Yeah, I'm going to go Villa as well. I think Emery's already doing this thing with them. Leeds haven't really been that inspiring, except in certain individual results, like yours truly, as per usual. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Villa. 2-0.
Wolves taking on West Ham. Wolves going out the cup this midweek. West Ham, they've been fucking piss poor this season, to say the least.
Wolves are going to do it, mate, and West Ham will sack Moyes. 2-0
Is this when Moyes loses it?
Yeah, 100%. What they'll do is this is just my opinion. I think they'll sack David Moyes, and I think they'll go and approach what's his name? The Brentford coach who's just under new deal.
Thomas Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, I think they'll approach Thomas Frank.
Okay, no.
I know he's just
And
under
he'll
new deal,
say no.
but if you want the
And he'll say no.
He will.
He'll say
Why
no,
would he
man.
say it? That would be mad.
He's in sixth loving life. He's got Tone. Rice is going to leave end of the season. He has to say no.
I think West Ham will keep Moyes for a couple more. They've got Wolves and Everton, and then they've got some horrendous fixtures. It's like really bad. It's like City. It's like something like City, Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea, or something mad like that. So yeah, man, it ain't looking good for them. But they never beat Wolves at this place. I speak to Lawless not long ago. He's like, we never beat Wolves at their place, so we're going to lose. I'm going to go for a draw though. I'm going to go 1-1.
Lou?
I'm going to go, just because it's what I want, I'm going to go 1-0 Diego Costa dagger, and a semblance of love for football can return to my heart. So yeah, 1-0 Wolves.
Forest taking on Leicester. Midlands derby. Lewis is just trying to get any form of hope and joy back in his life. Mm-hmm. Let me get your prediction on this one, bro.
What was the fixture again?
Forest, Leicester.
Forest, Leicester. Oh, shit, it's a derby.
Yeah, Midland derby.
Forest at home, right?
Yeah. City ground.
Yeah, Forest will beat them. Leicester aren't really that beatable this season. They've been very inconsistent, and Forest have looked really good in some of the home games I've watched from them. So they even battered them 4-1 last season in the cup, didn't they? So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Forest.
Yeah, I'm with that as well. I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest. Hen?
I'm gonna go 1-1. I think it's got a feeling tomorrow. I've just got a feeling it's going to be a stinky game. It's going to be a boring game to watch. This is a game where if it's on telly, you think, no, I'd rather speak to the missus. That's how bad of a game it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going 1-1.
Brighton taking on Liverpool. That's a good game, blood. You get me? Brighton do well against the big teams at home. I think we're the only big team to go down there and put them in a spliff and send them to the fucking Pebble Beach with them little fucking piss poor seagulls. But I don't know about this one, lads. I'm not going to lie. This one's got me a bit... You get me? Because I don't know what Liverpool's going to turn up. That's the thing.
I think Brighton win this. I ain't gonna lie. I think Brighton win this 2-0. Oh, did any of you see that Liverpool Wolves game? Liverpool were lucky.
Man.
Yeah, Liverpool
corruption in full effect, blood.
Yeah, it was corruption. Absolute shocking, man. I'm with Henry, though. I think Brighton can do this, you know. I think Brighton are the team with the momentum, and Liverpool just looks stinky in parts, man. So, yeah, I'll go 2-1 Brighton.
Lou?
I'm going to go 3-1 Brighton. I think Liverpool just look hella inconsistent this season, and Brighton have been on a madness. Ever since they sat Paul, like we thought they were going to go backwards, they've been going upwards. And Liverpool, they eat 6th place or wherever they are, it's a little bit fake because a matter of points and they'd be back down in 10th with us. So, yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Brighton.
Yeah, you lot have convinced me. I'm going Brighton, blood. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 still. Everton Southampton relegation battle game here, bro. 6-pointer, as they call it. This is a big 6-pointer, blood. You get me? Southampton looking good as well. Like good win in midweek. I'm gonna go for Southampton. I think Everton, you get me, did well to go to City and get that draw, but I think Southampton, their manager, you get me, he's got a bit of fight. He's got a bit of grit. You get me? I like the way he went at the media and went at the Southampton fans and say, let's have it right. These men ain't used to winning games. It wasn't me that lost 25 games in a fucking row, mate. I'm trying to make it right. You get me? I like that, bro. I like that. He's got a bottle. So for that reason, I'm going for Southampton 2-1.
You know, I think both teams will be so scared to lose this one. I think it'll be a 0-0 draw. I think this one will be...
That's
man.
what I'm going with, Potts. I'm going 0-0. It's going to be a stinky game.
You love that word, innit? Stinky. You might as well put that on merch, blood.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to get a T-shirt name with my face on it saying stinky because that's what I thought was him. But
yeah, let me get one as well, please. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, I'm going to go 1-0 Southampton. Big up Super Frank, but I just don't think it's working out at Everton. And Southampton, I think, will build on that performance against Man City. It's good for their confidence, and I expect them to sneak through in this one. So 1-0.
Brentford, Bournemouth. I'm going Brentford, bro. Bournemouth been doing good. They just let Jamal Lowe, big up my brother. They let him go to Queen's Park. Hope he does well. But yeah, man, I'm going Brentford, blood. What, Brentford all round, boys?
Yeah, all round. Yeah, same. Brentford 2-0.
The last one, Newcastle, Fulham. Fulham getting a good result against Chelsea. Newcastle been flying. St James's Park, little fortress. I got to go.
Newcastle 3-0.
Newcastle.
I say 3-1. I think Fulham get a goal. I say 3-1.
Yeah, I'd go 3-1. I think Newcastle are wicked at home, man. But Fulham deserve a little respect this season.
I'm not
No.
sure.
Not sure,
not.
man. Not sure. Nah, for Fulham have been a surprise package for me this season. Like they have been wicked. So yeah, big up to them. But I still think Newcastle will be too strong. I'm with Troopz, man.
Now, big up the
I'll
man
go
them,
2-0.
blood. Big up the man them every time, blood. You understand? Appreciate you lot coming on. You get me? You lot know where to find the man them. Links will be in the blood clot description. So make sure you hit them, blood. You understand? Make sure you hit them the way we're going to hit Tottenham out of their little piss poor toilet bowl stadium on Sunday. Bow! Yeah, me see. You understand? You know, like that. But, like I said, big up the man them, blood. Potsy, Lou, Hen. You already know the vibe. Jets, producer with the most. And like I say, at the end of every episode, stay safe, wash them hands, and fuck Tottenham.